So what I do, I just conceal this and then to talk about Valentine's Day, because today is Valentine's Day. We have Rihanna being pregnant, Happy Beauty, Kiss Beauty. That's what I'm going to talk about. How I lost a contract. So hey loves, welcome back to my channel. Today is exciting. So I've taken long without doing a makeup tutorial on my channel. I feel like it has been long, but today we have a simple makeup tutorial. Basically, this is a get ready with me. We are going to be chit-chatting. We have a lot of topics to talk about. One, we have Rihanna being pregnant, her performance at halftime Super Bowl. Oh my god, I missed her on the stage and all that. We also have to talk about Valentine's Day, because today is Valentine's Day. I'm filming this video on a Valentine's Day, and we also have to talk about how I lost a contract. So I lost a contract, yeah, but I'm not sad about it, though I was happy that, anyway, we are going to talk about it. But anyway, we are not going to be doing lashes today because I'm going to be moving. I'm going for shopping after here. I hope I'll be vlogging. And yeah, so I finished priming already because I don't want this to be too long. But usually what I do, I go ahead and put oil because I want that I don't want a mattified look today. Usually I don't go for that when I'm going to be moving and all that. So after priming, I applied my oil. You can use any oil you have or you want, but yeah, I'm using olive oil. I saw Rihanna performing and I was like, wow, girl, what have you been doing to us? Like, why would you make us wait for this long? And before I realized, she was pregnant. And the internet is going crazy because I feel like we have to wait for a long time for us to get, like, we still have a long way to go for us to get an album, another song. But anyway, that is Rihanna. She's always coming up with surprises, so you never know what she has in the store. But so for foundation, I'm going for Matte Sleek Foundation.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to...
Foundation, I don't really want to apply a lot of foundation. So what I always I go in with my, this is Beauty, Kiss Beauty. That's what I'm going for.
Watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Rihanna is pregnant, and I felt like when I saw her, I was excited since she released that song of Lift Me Up. I was like, wow, she's back. She's really back. And then when they announced that she was going to be headlining the halftime Super Bowl, oh my god, I was happy, I was excited. But again, I had she was on a certain interview. It was a phone call recorded, and then she was asked whether there will be a surprise performer or guest on her show that she's headlining, which happened yesterday on 13th of Feb. So she said she didn't give us the proper answer, but then she was like, what if, who knows? Who was like, really? And previously we've been seeing her active, like really active, and you couldn't even predict that she was pregnant. Not like the first pregnancy, because the first pregnancy she wasn't so active. Everything that she was posting was recorded, but this time she was going from one interview to another, and she was really active. But girl kept it to herself for her. Like, she's really giving me that get a child, get a baby, get pregnant vibe. But hey, No, we are not going there. Yes, she is my role model. I love her so much. I think if you've been on this channel for a while, you know I love Riri. So we are done with the foundation. The trick to having a good foundation is to tap. I usually use a beauty blender. I have many of them, but that's what I usually use. So we are going for a glowy look. Yeah, not a mattified look. We are going for a glowy look. That's why I applied my oil. So we are going to go ahead and concealer. I'm using Lagal Pro Concealer. Yeah, high definition.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain.
So this concealer dries out real quick. I also conceal my chin and my inner corner of the mouth. So I don't like concealing this currently so much because I feel like it doesn't give me like that look that I'm always going for. It's always harsh. So what I do, I just conceal this, and then the remaining products is what I use on my forehead here.
I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay? Just
I
let me
know,
be
but
me.
I love concealing. Like, it's that thing that I do, and I feel like, yeah, the makeup is either coming up or it's not. So I really love it. This is what I always do, looking up and then conceal everything down. I think you see how I'm doing. I'm not rubbing, I'm just tapping in the products. So besides Rihanna being pregnant for a second child, I hope it's a girl. We are not getting pregnant right now because of her. Yes, she's our role model, but we're not going there. Well, last week, actually this very week, I lost a contract. Okay, it's not my first time to lose a contract, but it really hit so hard. Only that I was really these days, when I was starting this year, I was like, I promised myself to create for failure, which I didn't have in the previous years. So if I was not prepared, it was going to hit so bad. But I was really prepared. I knew I could either take it or not. But I did a lot. But the only reason as why I lost it, it wasn't because I wasn't qualified to do it. I was actually, they were trusted in me, but it is this company that has got a lot of like rules and regulations when it comes to tax paying, when it comes, like, they really, I don't know, but they are so strict. So we went there and then we talked. I took measurements. I had to make curtains for them. There were many. There were going to be really many. So I registered my business last year, but I didn't open up an account. And another thing, I don't know why Uganda is like, these are my things, and then they gave me papers that are not certified, and they sent those things in my email, like my email. So in my head I was like, yeah, I'm okay, my business registered, I have everything, but guess what? It wasn't complete. So when I went to the company, after taking the quotation, we made a deal, of course, and then they told me to write my initials down because they pay using bank. So I used my personal bank because I've been doing that. I've been making for people or organizations. They were using my personal bank as long as I provided the initials to prove that I'm the owner of the business, and there are not going to be any wrangles when it comes to paying me. And so this time it was really different, like so different. They made things hard. Okay, I know they were right, but I didn't expect it. So they told me to give them the bank account and the initials. I used my own bank account. But so the person that was giving me the contract was okay with it, but when he went further to ask other people about it, they were like, no, we can't be paying Shakira when it's Premium Glam who did the work. Like, let me open up an account, like my business account. Then he was like, yeah, that will work, but they ask for a lot of things. If it is a business thing, I have the things. I have the license, the business certificate, registration, and all that. Like, I was really so ready, and I was convinced that I really qualify. So when I went to the bank the next day, because that took me really a day to make the quotations, go there, take the measurements, and then reach to an agreement that I was going to do for them, or to do for them their work. Yes, but again, that came out. I was really stressed about it. I was like, why is it happening? This was going to be my first contract in a year. Like, in a year it was going to be a first one, and I was really happy about it, because like I was going to really get some money from it. But yeah, so when I went to the bank, I took all the documents. They told me, yes, you have all the documents, but some of them are not certified. I was like, what? Like, why would you do that? Like, why would you give someone documents that are not certified? It was part of it was my fault, but for me, I saw stamps and I was like, everything is okay. But when I went there, they told me to go to URSB, something like that, to certify the document. I was like, wow, God. So I went there, and government things, you go there, they don't want to work, so they always told me to pay. I went there, I paid money for certifying the documents. I'm going to use this concealer. This is a hard one. I'm going to use it to this is pop pill. I'm going to just use it here to define the forehead. So I went there, and the process was okay. And then when I reached to that point of certifying, I went there. You have to be in a line. A line had like 1,000 people. Like, they're telling me to make a line there. I have to wait for those people. Remember, I was on time. They had given me time, limited time. I was like, what is this? And then one thing that annoyed me was, like, you have to make that line, and then you submit, and then you come back tomorrow. Like, why are you telling me to come back tomorrow? Just a signature, and then that stamp, you're telling me to come back like tomorrow. Do you know how much I used? Do you know my, like, the time that I used to come there? Like, these people, Uganda. I'm going to Agamba to take Beko. I don't know. I don't really know where we're going, but it's a mess. So I got some, like, I stood there for like 30 minutes. I wasn't moving. Like, someone works on a person and video, and then they spend like 30 minutes on one person, and yet you're many, like really many. So you go there, you submit, they give you something like a sheet of paper, and then they tell you to come back tomorrow. And then what annoyed me more was when I came, like, when I saw a lot of people, they were complaining. They were like, I brought my things yesterday, told me to come back tomorrow. Others had spent 2 days without even getting their things back. I was like, what am I doing here? So I got, now that was the second day. Remember, they needed that products like as early as possible. Forgetting, I'm going to apply. So after concealing, I don't do too much when I have just a simple day. So I'm going to use a black opal light full. So I got someone from there. I just went in a counter. I was like, I want you to help me. I'm going to facilitate this because I wasn't ready to come back the next day. Like, I wasn't really ready. He was like, she told me to give my number, and then she wrote her number, and then she told me to facilitate it. I was like, it's okay, I'm going to do that because I'm not ready to come back tomorrow. And I told her I'm going to the bank, so they sent me for these things. I have to finish it today, or otherwise I'm going to lose the contract. She was like, okay, I'm going to help you. She did. She told me to do what I'm supposed to do. I sent her money. Like, she even told me the amount of money she needed. I told her I'm going to give you half of that. She was like, no, that is not going to be possible because I have to talk to this person who is supposed to certify it. I think like that person who was supposed to certify it is not around. I was like, okay, let's do this. I did that. I waited for like 10 minutes and boom, after putting in, like, after she called me and she was like, your things are done, just deposit money on this number and then you come for your things. I was like, okay, because I was, at that moment, I was tired. I was really tired of being there. So I did what I was supposed to do. Of course, in Gozi, but I didn't see Chakola. I went, neighbor was saying it. I gave them the money. Of course, I deposited the money. And then I went for the products. Sorry, for my papers. They were fully satisfied. I was like, Kabla, these people, really? So I'm using this. I'm going to do some nude. I'm using my nude palette. This is Real Beauty. Yeah. So to open up a bank account, they requested for it, for everything. I had everything, and then we started filling in the papers. Like, we started filling the papers, and then after everything was done, it was 2 p.m. and the guy was telling me we've spent a lot of time there because the papers were many. Like, opening up a business account is not as easy as opening up a personal account. So the guy was like, after filling in everything, he was like, now you will we shall open this tomorrow. The good thing, we've finished doing everything. I was like, what? I'm not going to come back tomorrow for this because I need it today. The guy was like, because I arrived at the bank at around, I think, 1, so it was going to 3 p.m. and then he was telling me he's very tired. Asking a colleague next to him, is the internet okay? Then he was like, no, it's not, because that's what they do. I was like, I can't live here account, and or otherwise I'm losing what? I'm losing the contract. He was like, no, we can't. Okay, tomorrow morning I'm going to be working on it. Tomorrow morning you'll get the account. I was like, no, we still have time. Like, you can't tell me the internet is down when everyone else is using it, is banking, they're hoping this, they're hoping that. Because next to my table that I was on, there was someone who had come for a loan, like they were working on him, and they were telling me, I come back tomorrow. I was like, we're not doing this, let me see the manager. he was like, no, okay, let me go and pray. Maybe you have to wait for like 3 hours. I was like, it's okay, I'll wait as long as I go with the account today. So I was doing that. I was communicating with someone at the company, and then my heart was like, in my head I was like, maybe I've lost it. So I worked on it, and then we did everything. We finished at 5 because they told me to wait, and I had to wait. I knew he was playing me, so he wasted a lot of time. And then by the time I got down, I called at the company, and I had lost it. Already they had engaged someone because they thought maybe I wasn't going to be in position to do it. Like, I wasn't going to be in position to provide what they had asked for in time. So in a nutshell, I lost it. They had engaged someone else, but yeah, that's what happened, and I lost it. So yeah, that's Uganda. That's really Uganda. If you're doing a business, make sure you do everything in time. Make sure you're so keen, because guys, I suffered. But anyway, the good thing, I opened the account, so I'm not going to be facing that challenge again, at least. And I also learned lessons. Of course, I learned. I don't like concealing the upper part of the eyebrows, especially when I'm doing a simple makeup. I just want it to be really, really simple. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight my bones. So this is what I'm using. It is called Glow Highlighter. I don't want it to be so harsh. I mix 2 shades.
I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. Sometimes I feel like all is lost, but I know it's not true. I wanna put up all my walls cause I'm not in the mood. But then I cut myself off.
Opal, and I run a brush on this because I want it to stay for long, and I want it to have that finished look, nice finished look. And another thing, it also holds it down so it doesn't move. Even if you sweat, at least it is secured. Like that. First, before I apply the
The rest of the room, I know that time can heal it all if you're patient and soon. It can all be worth it, all the searching. Pain is never really permanent, but damn, it hurts.
But a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people talking about Valentine, talking about who is not supposed to get Valentine gifts, but who's making those rules? Like, really, who? I mean, I feel like Valentine is for everyone who feels like celebrating it. I feel like Valentine is not for only men giving women gifts, you know, because a lot of people, I see a lot of people after crying, people complaining, you've not given me this, you've not given me that. Let's say you have a boyfriend and he's not in position to give you that gift. If he didn't gift you last time and you're still together, go ahead and gift him. Like, show him how to do it. And also, if you're not in love, you have your siblings, you have yourself, you can also gift yourself. But I don't know why people are making it a big deal, like Valentine, you're not supposed, like, what is it? Like, what is Valentine? Why should you cry the next day? Down, maybe, I don't know. But let me first apply this. By the 95%, I use this more than I use false lashes.
Feel all of the turbulence and it's concerning. I've been searching for a purpose, I hope it's worth it. This society is really trying me. Ain't no hide and seek, I hide to be far from anxiety. I need my space, I need my privacy. I need some silence, please, you're all too loud. You don't speak quietly, opinions violently thrown across every surface. It makes me nervous. Is the world honestly burning? That's all I'm learning. Hope that we can make a turn and start reversing all our minds and put the work in. We got some work, man. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all. I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking
And I'm
off,
going to
find
use
a
this,
place
the
with a
bright
view. The pain is never
shade,
gonna stop if it's
to
controlling
define the lips more. Guys, so that's quite what I do. I didn't highlight the nose because I don't feel like it. So this is a simple one. In most cases, I don't even contour my cheeks, like bringing that shape. And yeah, but this is what I always go for, a simple one. This is what I always go for my day, every day. Like, look at that. Guys, before we go any further, thank you for 800 subscribers. It is Valentine, we made 800 subscribers, and I couldn't be so proud. Like, the work is showing, like the results are showing. I'm so happy, and thank you for supporting. And if you're just new here, if you've just subscribed, tell me what made you subscribe. Like, which kind of content are you expecting from me? What would you like to see? If you content about beauty, lifestyle, fashion, and level up videos. So if you're interested in the above mentioned, like, stick by. This is a safe place, and I hope you enjoy. This is my everyday simple routine makeup. I hope you loved it. I hope you liked it. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section and tell me what you like and what you would like to see next on this channel. Otherwise, happy Valentine from me to you.